Twitch TV is pretty popular, isn't it? And with the rise of online streaming services like Netflix, binge watching has become a pretty mainstream thing to do as well. So what happens when you combine the two? Well, you get Twitch Presents. So a few years ago, Twitch very smartly got onto the idea of binge watching and thus created Twitch Presents, a constant stream that's allowed users to marathon childhood classics in the past, such as things like Power Rangers, Bob Ross and Yu-Gi-Oh!, which has now amassed over 80 million views. So BBC Studios were paying attention to this and thus organised Twitch Presents Doctor Who, a 7-week marathon going over nearly every episode of classic Doctor Who, all the way from William Hartnell to Sylvester McCoy. This totals in over 500 episodes of Doctor Who, a perfect build-up to the arrival of the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, later in the year. This was an amazing idea. Episodes were shown every weekday from the 29th of May all the way up until the 23rd of July, and users could interact with each other along the way, which created such a nice tight community aspect. Their thoughts and comments on the episodes were constantly streamed alongside the episode, and it was honestly bloody amazing to see people react to some of Doctor Who's most iconic moments. The chat would absolutely lose their mind, whether it be the first episode of An Unearthly Child, seeing a heartbreaking departure, or just a downright great moment. And when you've got all these moments in a reactive chat, they spawn memes. Oh god, so many. Basically, in between every episode, a montage of the Doctor's best moments was shown during each era, which really gave viewers a nice taste of what to expect from a Doctor if they hadn't seen them before, or if you're an existing fan, it just gave a nice highlight reel of some of your favourite moments. The 4th Doctor got fucking 2 of them, for fuck's sake! But through all this, there were 2 words that became forged in fire. A victory rally that told of home and a time of victory. 2 words that will be remembered forever.
London 1965.
I swear to God, if you've been on any form of social media and followed Doctor Who accounts, you have seen this, and if you haven't, then you must live under a rock or something.
What are you going to do? Bang a rock at it.
Because of the repetition of the montage clips, it kind of became an inside joke of the stream chat. At first, people kind of found the clips constantly being shown to be a bit annoying, however eventually the wheel got rolling and it became a constant wait to hear Ian say those sweet, sweet words again.
Say the line, Bart!
We made it! London 1965!
Yay!
All of this really added to the whole community aspect of the stream, and well, it kind of all just became one big family. Eventually, when it got to the chase episode 6, a volcanic eruption happened. Days and days of build-up was leading to it, and boy, did it deliver. And before we knew it, the first Doctor era was over. Because of the success of London 1965, naturally people tried to make Lightning Strike Twice, but to be honest, it just wasn't the same. It kind of just saturated some nice little Who moments in my opinion. However, this all just added to the community aspect. Like seriously, I have never seen Doctor Who fans be so united in a long time, which is absolutely mental to see. And it was nice we could all actually fucking agree on something for once. I loved how through the chat you would see familiar names pop up if you're a long-term viewer of the stream, along with the hashtag on Twitter being fun, which expanded the conversation even more. What I really enjoyed about Twitch though was that it was an educational experience, and it was actually amazing to see people actually go through that. In between Doctors, a panel show was hosted by Batman March, aka Matthew Toffolo, and Mark Turpin of the Yogscast, and across all 7 episodes of the pre-show, they were joined by many guests. Beth Axford of the Time Ladies, former DWM editor Tom Spilsbury, Who writer Paul Cornell, Billy Garrett John of The Review of Death, the ever so adorable and lovely Katie Manning, Who writer Bob Baker, and 7th Doctor mega fan and absolute legend Jonathan Toffolo. These pre-shows were great and they had a fab dynamic. Mark Turpin acted as the viewer's guide into the Doctors, asking basic questions so Batman March and the team would answer. It just brought a really nice flow of discussion in this casual environment and just brought even more life into the stream. And it acted as a nice introduction but also a nice break in between errors. It was exceptionally well produced and I really must congratulate Matt for producing and organising it all. As a long-time viewer of his since 2009, it just made me exceptionally proud that he was finally noticed by the BBC and was even featured in DWM. It's just so well deserved and I really hope this is the start of great things with Matt and the BBC. But there was something else. There was one man, one doctor, who stole the hearts of every viewer on the stream, young and old.
What are you talking about?
For too many years, I've seen William Hartnell be stuck at the bottom of doctor lists, or just be horrifically misrepresented as a raging misogynist. Fuck you twice upon a time. And now new viewers got to experience this wonderful man for the first time. Both classic fans and New Who fans got to see who the true First Doctor was, a slightly stern and extremely lovable old man, a traveller from beyond time, and a doddering gentleman of the universe.
You are different from us, of course, but at least you are intelligent.
Yes, what difference does it make what your form is?
The focus lies in the character. To what use you put this intelligence? We respect you, as we respect all life.
It's just nice to see the best possible representation the First Doctor could ever have on a major platform. And that's the actual First Doctor himself. Not an actor doing a reasonably alright impression with disrespectful writing, no. The actual First Doctor, William Hartnell himself. The man who put so much work into a project he truly and utterly believed in. The man who broke his leg on set and soldiered on. This guy was fighting off a horrible illness, but still worked to give children a role model and somebody to look up to every Saturday night. The man who came back on his deathbed just to reprise his role to entertain a new generation of children, but also to entertain the previous generation of children who by this point would have grown up. It's just absolutely amazing to see such love and passion be poured out for William Hartnell, because he truly and utterly deserves it. And that is what I think Twitch's major victory was. People learned about the classic series for the first time, leaving the safety bubble of New Who to explore 25 years of history. The Doctors, the companions, the monsters, the villains, the wobbly walls, the awful effects, and even discovering things through the chat like what the missing episodes were.
All great fun. But we later found out we burnt something called Fury from the Deep.
And when it was all over, the chat was just left devastated, and that really just shows how impactful the stream was. People got so invested in the marathon, and for many viewers they were just tuning in just to join in on the discussion, whether it be to witness what the next great moment will be, or just to simply talk to people. That's what the real magic of the marathon was. But it wasn't perfect. A major downside of the stream though was how some episodes weren't included. This was mainly a lack of animated episodes, so viewers sadly missed out on the 10th planet, which was a great shame as they all got to know the First Doctor so well across the marathon. So many people even for the first time. So sadly he just didn't get the mass goodbye he deserved. But this was all just down to DVD, right? So that was understandable. The same thing happened with Planet of the Daleks, so the colorised episode 3 was skipped entirely since that was exclusive to the DVD. One of the more controversial omissions though was the lack of Dalek stories that weren't written by Terry Nation. This included Resurrection of the Daleks, Revelation of the Daleks, the best ever Dalek story Remembrance of the Daleks, and weirdly enough the Five Doctors, since that has that Dalek cameo.
Bugger, I've lost him!
I think this was just a great shame as viewers missed out on the best anniversary celebration of Doctor Who and a nice tightly woven Dalek 80s trilogy that had the most explosive classic Who episode ever. However, again, this all came down to rights with the Terry Nation estate. You know, those fun guys. Who would have charged extra fees and probably hold a good share of rights to the whole of the Five Doctors, so we can see why they couldn't just cut the scene. But in a way this could work to the BBC's advantage, as it could encourage fans of the stream to go out and buy these stories that were missed, which I highly recommend, especially Remembrance because it's a cracker. But yeah, that was Doctor Who on Twitch. It brought the entire community closer together, and it really just shows how substantial it was when people were getting emotional when it was all over. It's been such a great thing for Who, and it even encouraged the BBC to put Series 1 to 10 of New Who on iPlayer. Twitch are currently streaming Torchwood Series 1 to 4 every Sunday as well, which began on the 15th of July for 4 weeks. It would be really cool for Twitch to do more Who stuff due to the success of this stream, maybe even a New Who marathon or a Sarah Jane Adventures marathon. It was just a great experience that brought the community together and shown that the BBC actually still gives a shit about classic Who. So did you watch Twitch? Let me know in the comments section and get that discussion going. While you're there, please be sure to like the video and subscribe, and a cheeky follow on Twitter won't go amiss either. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.